So in the last few examples, I showed you guys how to go from, let's use this formula, how to go from sine A plus B is equal to sine A times cos B plus sine A times cos A times sine B. Now let's do examples where you go from sine A times cos B plus cos A times sine B to sine A plus B. So you're basically going in reverse. Let's start with the first example. Here we have sine 45 times cos 15 minus cos 45 times sine 15. What's the first step? Step 1, write A and B. We have alpha, and beta. What's step 2? Identify the formula. So this is basically sine A times cos B minus. Let's look at the first one. We have sine A times cos B plus, so it's not that one. Let's try this one. We have sine A times cos B minus cos B times sine A, so it's definitely that one. We've identified the formula. Step 3, substitute. So in this formula, we have sine A minus B, right? So we start by writing sine, what is our A? 45 degrees, minus, what is our B? 15 degrees. 45 minus 15 is 30, so you can write this as sine 30 degrees. However, this isn't your final answer, as this is a special angle, so you can use our special triangles. 30 degrees, there's a 30 degrees in your special triangles. Sine is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So sine 30 is equal to 1 over 2. Let's try the second example. Let's do cos theta times cos y plus sine theta times sine y. Okay, what's the first step? Write A, B, A, B. We've completed the first step. What's the second one? Identify the formula. So this is basically cos alpha times cos beta plus. Where do we have cos? We have cos from here. Cos alpha times cos beta minus. So it's not that one. Let's try this one. We have cos alpha times cos beta plus sine alpha times sine beta. So it's definitely that one. We've identified our formula. What's step 3? Substitute. So we start by writing cos. What is your alpha? Theta minus what is your beta? Y. And that is your answer. Let's do the third example. Let's try cos x times cos beta minus sine x times sine beta. Okay, what's the first step? Write A and B. A, B, A, B. What's the second step? Identify the formula. This is basically cos alpha times cos beta minus. Let's look for cos alpha times cos beta. Here we have sine, so it's definitely not that one. Here we have cos alpha times cos beta minus, so it's definitely that formula. We've identified our formula. What's step 3? Substitute. So we started with cos, what is your alpha? X plus, what is your beta? Beta. That is your final answer. Now let's try the last example. Let's do sine q times cos 10 degrees minus cos q times sine 10 degrees. Okay, what's the first step? Write A and B. This is our A, that is our B, this is our A, that is our B. The first step's done. What's step 2? Identify the formula. So where do we have sine alpha times cos beta minus? Here we have sine alpha times cos beta plus, so it's definitely not that one. Let's look at the other one. We have sine alpha times cos beta minus cos alpha times sine beta, so it's definitely that one. We've completed step 2. We know our formula. Now let's substitute. This has sine alpha, what is your alpha? Q minus, what is your beta? 10 degrees. And that is the Last example under compound angles. You now know how to substitute your formula going from the left-hand side to the right-hand side, and you also know how to deal with angles such as sine 15 or cos 15. Now let's move to double angles.